All right.
This meeting is being recorded.
All right. Okay, so welcome to Zoom today, guys. Thank y'all as always for joining me. I really appreciate your time and the effort you guys put in at being here. There's not a whole lot to cover. Chapter 1 was pretty short, I found. In chapter 2, the biggest thing was getting in the sim chart, getting that set up, and starting to put in that patient information and getting those files set up. Do you guys have any questions about sim chart specifically at this point? No. Have y'all found that what I said was accurate if you follow the steps in the book?
Yeah.
You kind of
Yeah,
can't
it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I still haven't been able to get into it.
Who is that? Tiara?
Yeah. Mhm.
Into the sim chart or your e-learning?
The Sims chart.
The sim chart. Okay, we got clarification on that this morning. I will text you some directions after we get off here.
Okay.
Let me write that down. Tiara for sim chart. We'll get you straightened out directly. Don't worry. Okay. So after you get in there and you start playing around with it and you look around, it's not too difficult, right? And like I said, any of the EHR systems that you guys come across in the workplace will be very, very similar. Some of the colors may be different. Some of the boxes may be switched around, but it's going to be almost all of the same information and functions in all of them. Excuse me. All right, so with the EHR systems, some of the stuff y'all been covering, learning about patient records, active records, and closed records. The closed record for the patient that is no longer going to be coming back to the practice. Did you guys understand what the parameters were for that? That it's somebody that they're either deceased or they are legally not going to be coming back to that practice whatsoever, right? So that's something to remember. Your test materials are coming straight out of the key, y'all. It's literally 30 multiple choice. Go over them key terms. That's all I can say. Key terms.
Wow.
It's a lot of them key terms. We really focus on those because that's the important part, is moving around the software and knowing what you're looking for and what different things are. And we'll get more involved with that as we go on. We'll start looking at insurance forms and claim forms and insurance denials, correspondence that you'll look at when you're working a claim or something like that. We'll be getting into all of that fun stuff too. Let's see, but for right now, it's, this has been a lot of introduction into all of it. Do y'all have any questions about patient records? Basically anything that they covered in 1 and 2. Anything y'all need clarification on?
I do.
What you got?
For the exercise, okay, so for the exercise, I'm still confused.
Okay.
I get how you set everything up and you take the screenshot. So it's for exercise, you're taking, what is it, Susan? I'm not sure. Susan. So if I take that screenshot of that and submit it, it would close out on e-learning. So for exercise like 2, 3, or do you want me to send like a screenshot side by side?
I got you. I think I know what you're saying. I didn't realize that it would close out if you did a screenshot or something. Does it give you the option to do like a screen snip? Do you know what that is? The little tool down in the bottom corner? I can share my screen and show y'all real quick what I'm talking about. Give me
Okay.
just a second to set that up.
Yeah,
Or
because
maybe
I
I'm
didn't
the only one
understand that part.
overlooking it.
No, because I was
Okay, 'cause like I said, I could
because I
do
was wondering
your
if I
Not
could.
the only one. Everybody's kind of had questions about that. And it's my first time assigning that. So I was kind of curious as to how it works or how it was going to work. But
Because
we
I was
'Cause
wondering
like
if
I
I was
said, I
going
can
to
submit
share it with my
one.
phone or something.
All right,
Or am I
let's
going to
get
use
going.
PhotoGrid and just like, here's 1, 2, and 3?
There's a print
icon at the top right-hand corner and you press print and then you save it as a PDF instead of printing. That's what I did. It
There
printed the whole
you
thing.
go. That would be perfect too. And then that PDF, you can upload that directly into e-learning. You can save it directly like that. And that's great information to have, Erin. Thank you.
So
Okay.
that's gonna save all 3 of them though?
We probably have to do one at a time, maybe. And
Okay,
that's why I was thinking the screenshots. If it's asking you to do different things on different screens, once you enter that information on one screen, you could just do the screen snip and then move on and do the next one.
okay,
and
so you
attach
can
those together.
upload on, okay. So on Moxie, you could upload more than one file to that lab.
Yes. Yeah, I have it set up
Oh, okay,
where
never mind.
you can upload as many documents as you need to.
I just
Okay, so you
screenshot
can
on my phone and sent it.
I
like,
gotcha.
email it
Okay,
like
I thought
that.
you did,
That will work
Okay.
too. That'll work too.
okay.
All right. Can y'all
So
see
you
my
can upload.
can y'all see my screen?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So I'm gonna launch SIM chart real quick.
Okay, so on Moxie, you can upload more than one file to the lab and hit submit after. Okay, never
Yeah.
mind. I get it. I get it.
Well, let's still walk through it real quick just for those who haven't done this yet. All right, so we're going in simulation playground. And I'm just gonna look up a patient. Okay. Click into her. All right, so we got our 3 tabs up here, patient, guarantor, and insurance. And it shows you all your information, right, that you're inputting. What I was thinking y'all could do, down here in this bottom little, your notification panel on your computer, if you click on that, there's this screen snip down at the bottom. If you click that, it will let you just, can y'all see my little cursor?
No.
No. Well, what it
Mm-mm.
does, let me explain it real quick.
It's like a snapshot of the computer screen.
You can select where.
Hi,
in the
Miss Brandy. I'm sorry I'm late.
That's all right, Martinique. All right, so is it back showing y'all what I'm doing now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all saw how that little picture popped up in that bottom corner? All right, so if you click on that, you just click on the picture, it'll bring it up to where you can save it.
Okay.
And you see how I selected just the demographics there. So it's just a JPEG of that screen, of what you're doing on that screen. So I was thinking what y'all could do is after you're done filling that out, like it's asking y'all to do, take that screenshot and then you can save this picture and attach it onto a document and upload it from there. But if y'all can download that PDF like Erin was talking about, that probably would be faster. That would save you some steps. But
Okay.
I've never had to turn in one of these assignments. So
Okay. I didn't realize on Moxie you could upload more than one file.
yes, you can.
Okay, there we go. That's where I was confused. I'm like, well, if I submit this one file, then what happens to my other 2 files?
They'll still be
Okay.
there. You can upload as many. I don't have a cap on it. Like you can put a
Okay.
cap on it, like just one document and that's it. But I have people that submit 10 pages of stuff sometimes, and that's fine.
Okay.
If
That's
that's
where I
what
was
they do,
confused.
that's great.
I got you.
But okay. All right. So does that kind of clarify that a little bit as to where at least my head was at?
So I have a question.
Which
So
one?
when we're like I only took a screenshot of like the final
That's
page.
fine. That's fine.
Okay.
No
Because
problem.
I'm like, do we now I'm wondering, do we screenshot each one?
You don't need to. The final
Okay.
page is fine with me.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm good.
Yeah, you fine.
I was like,
I was about to say, oh shoot.
That's what I think was it you, Patricia, that had texted me and I was like, pick whichever one you want. Or maybe that was Miss Deborah. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was like, okay, what am I doing here? No, like, I mean, it's super easy to walk through to input the information. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, what am I submitting?
It's just to make sure that y'all know what this, how this information is laid out, you recognize it, you're familiar with it, you know. And that way when this course is done, you can say, I've got several months of training in EHR, and you can put me in an EHR and I'll be able to pick it up really quickly as to what I need to do, whatever my job function may be at that point. And speaking of job functions, something I wanted to tell y'all that's really exciting. We had we got graduation coming up on Friday, right? Which is really exciting. But the people, I don't know how many graduates there are, but there's a list that's been circulating at Unitech of the medical billing and coding people that are graduating that career placements have found a job for. And they have their list and the company that they're going to work for listed out. And it's a long dang list, y'all. It's a long dang list. I knew we were helping people find jobs, but I didn't know it was deep like that. I didn't know we were really making, like, I know we're making a difference here, but that felt good to see that list, see all of those people that we've been able to help better their situations and make this process really pay off for them in a very real way, pay, benefits, job security. One of them, y'all, and this is, I don't know if y'all know anything about the VA or government jobs or anything like that, but if you can secure a job with the VA, pumpkin, that's some good government benefits right there. You know, that's the job you ride the desk till you retire. That's that one. One of our new graduates is getting hired on directly to the VA. What? So that's exciting, y'all. That is really exciting. That can do nothing but lead to good things for y'all. Lets us know we're doing something right. Y'all are doing something right, and everything's paying off in a great way. So let that be some motivation and inspiration for the week.
Yeah.
It was
I
so
do
exciting.
have a question.
What you got?
AAPC or AHIMA certifications. Will we have any one of those two?
We do not do the AAPC. The only one that we're doing at this time is the NCCT. That's the one that you guys do at the end of code. That's for the billing and coding. There's also a medical assisting that NCCT does as well that you can take and get with this program as well. You can walk away with both of them. But no, at this point, we do not do the AAPC certification. As a matter of fact, when I went to that conference in May in Baton Rouge, I spoke to a lady with the AAPC to learn a little bit more about their certification and if that was something that maybe Unitech wanted to bring to the table at some point. I'm not a decision maker by any means, but Unitech has an open door policy, and if I think something would be beneficial, they're more than happy to listen to any recommendations that we have, because we're on what they call the ground floor, you know, dealing with you guys and what y'all are doing every day. So the deal with the certifications, different companies want different certifications, and it seems to be a lot related to what their HR department thinks would be best for them. And there's no way for us to tell which companies want which certifications until they put out a job listing and list what
one
they
of my float sisters, and that's what her job requires, one of those two certifications.
Gotcha. I gotcha. But also, y'all, those, I want to say that AAPC offers their own type of program that you can go through to get their certification. I have no idea what that costs. But that is something that you can do on your own. If there is a particular company that you are wanting to go to work for and they want that specific certification. But this program and the NCCT, I think Unitech chose this one because that's what the majority of the area that we concentrate on, Louisiana and South United States, that's what's expected the most here is the NCCT. But yeah, the AAPC is a big one, and there are a lot of companies who like you to have it. Sure. And I say get everyone you can. Get everything you can, because everything you get to add to that resume, more money, more money.
That's what she,
Yeah. Everything you can add to that resume, more money. You know, it's a bullet list of what you're worth to an employer. I mean, I guess that's the way it kind of breaks down. It's what I can do for you.
Yeah, because I need to update. I need to send it to, I forgot his name when he was on our Zoom class.
Joshua Thompson is his name.
Yeah,
Joshua
I think
Thompson.
he emailed me, and I need to get my current resume to him.
You probably will be hearing from somebody else, because we got an email this morning that Joshua is leaving Unitech to better himself, further his career. So you will probably get an introduction email from whoever is going to be taking his place.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. All right. It looks like we got
Good to know.
good. Yeah. If y'all have been in contact with Joseph, he is going to be leaving the company, so you'll probably be getting an email from someone else introducing themselves as your new career services advisor. Looks like we got a couple more people jump on. Let me write them down real quick. Hi, Brooke. And let's see.
Hello.
Miss Jennifer.
Hey, I forgot all about it. I just remembered. I was like, oh.
Better late than never, Jennifer.
Yeah.
All right. That's a great question, Miss Patricia. Thank you. Thank you. I don't ever
So,
think
Miss
to talk
Brandy,
about the stuff that we don't do. What you got?
are
Julie?
we able, for the program, when you finish the billing and coding, are you able to do also medical assistant, or is there something you have to get in with the program for medical assistance after you finish graduate from medical billing and coding?
You can go through the program if you choose to, if you go through a second program. But I want to say that I don't think that there's a different certification program or certification for that program. I know all that we do is the NCCT. So I don't know. I can find that out for you, because I'm not sure if there's a different, because they told us that once y'all are about halfway through with this course, you can take the medical assisting, like after we get done with EHR stuff, y'all can take that front office certification and get that medical assistant certification after we're done with EHR stuff. After y'all learn all these key terms, you can go put them to use and go ahead and rack up one certification for your resume. And like I said, Unitech will pay for it for the first time, for your first attempt. We provide that to y'all. So definitely let me know if anybody's interested in doing that. But Julia, I would think that would be fine. If you do both of the certifications in this program, I wouldn't see why you would need to go through a whole nother program and pay all kinds of more tuition. I don't think there's.
Because I'm assuming, I just thought maybe because with the medical assistant, you're also not just doing medical assistant in the office. Medical assistant, you're also doing EKG tech, and you're doing phlebotomy work. So
Maybe
that's why I was asking.
Maybe there's a more inclusive
Medical
certification that they take at the end of that program. I'm not really sure, because I don't know anything about that program.
It is. It's a separate certification.
All right, we got somebody that knows.
Yeah. I've been a medical assistant for like 3 years now, so it's a whole different ball game, basically.
Okay, so it's not just
Just not just, it's not
It's not just the
office
front
work.
office stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
it's
ma'am. It's
clinical.
phlebotomy,
Awesome.
EKGs, different injections and stuff like that.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
then
all
yeah,
different.
that's got to be completely different because this certification is more for your front end. Maybe it's
Yeah.
medical office assistant and not medical
Yeah.
assistant. Maybe
Yeah.
that's the differentiation there.
That's different.
Thank you, Shakira.
You're welcome.
See, y'all, we learn new things every day. Let's see, Miss Precious is with us. Let me write you down.
Yes, ma'am. Just got off work.
Appreciate you. All right. Y'all are coming up with some excellent questions. I love it. Anybody else? While we're talking about this stuff? No? Awesome sauce. Okay, so y'all will notice on your final exam, I offered some bonus questions. Some of y'all took advantage of that. Some of y'all didn't. Some of y'all got I had like 2 of y'all get a perfect score on that exam and then do the bonus questions too and ended up with like a 196 out of 166.
Yeah.
That helped y'all. That helps your grade so much. I had some of y'all with better than 4.0 averages. So proud. So proud. I got some of the best grades in the program for my students. So thank y'all so much.
Oh, you talking about the final exam? I mean,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
final.
y'all
Okay.
did really great. Really, really great. So I've decided to offer some bonus content on all the exams going forward. Y'all seem to really like that, and it helped out with the overall GPA, and it's just extra practice because it can't hurt, and it's optional. You can do it or not. But just note that it is always better to put something in the blank than to put no answer, than it to come, because even if y'all get it completely wrong, I give you points for trying. If you don't put anything there, I can't give you anything. But I at least give you a couple points for attempting it and getting close to the correct answer on things. Now, this multiple choice is going to be a little bit different. It's going to either be right or wrong on this one. So, c'est la vie. But y'all do great, so I'm not worried about you. But look for them bonus questions at the end. And this one's like an essay thing. It doesn't have to be anything real involved. Just answer. That's the other thing I wanted to mention to y'all about the critical thinking exercises. I've had a couple of y'all kind of struggle with it, but I think what you're doing is overthinking it. They're not asking y'all to write a 1-page essay on each of these things. That's not, I'm not expecting some big, long, drawn out explanation of what they're asking y'all to think about. I just want to know that you have a basic understanding of the concept. That's all. So something short and sweet and to the point is fine. I think some of y'all were stressed out because you thought I was expecting some kind of long, involved explanation of this stuff, and I'm not. I just want to know that you understand why they're talking about this, why it's important, and that you got your head kind of wrapped around it. That's all. It doesn't need to be anything too long and involved and time consuming. It really doesn't. Okay. So I hope that kind of eases some of y'all's anxiety about those critical thinking exercises. It's not that deep.
So tomorrow work, or is that today's work tomorrow work is where you ask for the little essay?
Yeah. Tomorrow. Hold on, let me open my little lesson planner. Double check. I don't want to tell you wrong. Okay, so tomorrow is your exam, and then the HIPAA exercise, which there is a real specific reason why I asked y'all to do this. Number 1, in chapter 3, we're going to get into the importance of HIPAA and what HIPAA compliance, y'all. When you get into the workforce, you will have HIPAA training yearly. There is one person in the company, wherever you work, that is a HIPAA compliance officer, and their job is to make sure that everybody in the company knows what HIPAA is and knows what they can and cannot do. Because there's only been 1 or 2 of y'all that have done the exercise for tomorrow already. But when y'all start looking into what the fines are for these companies, because that's the first part of that research exercise, I want you to find me 10 companies who've had HIPAA violations. I don't care how long ago they were, just 10 that have had confirmed HIPAA violations and what their fines were. Y'all, the fines can be millions, millions. They can bankrupt a practice, bankrupt a hospital system if it's bad enough. That's how serious this stuff is. That's why HIPAA is so focused on HIPAA. And it's really easy to have a HIPAA violation. I've done it. I've sent a claim form to the wrong fax number. I wrote down the wrong fax number an insurance person gave me. I faxed it to the wrong place. And thank God only one person saw it. And it was like one really simple thing. And it didn't cost my company a lot. It did cost him. It cost me. But you know, it didn't end my career because it wasn't a big deal, but it can end your career. If your company suffers a big loss because you were careless, they will fire you. They will fire you. And it'd be hard to find another job where you're trusted with that kind of information after you've already cost one company a lot. So it's very important. That's why I'm having y'all do this exercise so y'all can see what kind of fines that these companies are getting charged. And I mean, I've found some from like Aetna and Blue Cross that were up in the millions. Up in the millions.
I worked for a company where I was working in the office. This company put you in the office and don't really give you any training. They will just tell you what they need for you to do. So I know several times I probably violated HIPAA because they didn't explain to me certain things that needed to be done. Because part of my job was making sure insurance companies received, or like if some patients needed their papers or their medical records faxed to another company for
Yeah.
approval and stuff, and by the company not telling me, they just stick me in that department because I was a surgical assistant, but that company also needed help in the office. So doing surgical, assisting the doctor with surgical procedures and then getting stuck in the office,
That's
and
very
they're not
different.
really telling you, what you have to do. And I would call the doctor's office and say, well, this patient needs a referral. And they would say, well, send me their records. Now they wouldn't really telling me what records to send. So sometimes I was just sending whatever was in the folder in front of me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was sending it over fax. So sometimes I didn't know if I was sending it to the right number or not. I just sent it to the number that was written on the paper for me to send it to.
And a lot of the times, depending on what processes they have set up, Julia, it may have been something to where all of their patients, when they fill out their new patient paperwork, they get them to fill out a consent to release information. And that way, if they have to refer them out of their office, they've already got that form from the patient with that signature allowing that information to go out. And all they have to do when they get that referral together is input the new doctor's information and send it on over. And
That's normally what I was doing.
that way they're covered legally.
Yeah.
So they may have already had those forms on record. But yeah, if you didn't know that you even needed that consent form, you shouldn't have been sending anything anywhere, you know?
Yes.
That's like, there's times you can't even send a patient their own records. There are instances like that. There are instances I've seen, and this was what was funny, was our HIPAA compliance officer was having to fight with her insurance company because she had custody of her daughter, but her ex-husband had the medical responsibility. The doctor's office would not send her the daughter's records because she was not the guarantor. She was not the person on the child's file. It just was a whole thing. She had to literally get an attorney involved to get access because the husband was being a butt. It happens. It happens. And as some companies, if they, especially if they've been burnt already with HIPAA, they are tight on it. They will not make an exception for nothing until you get a lawyer involved.
Yeah, because I had times where when I was sending off the facts and referrals, and the only thing they was telling me to send was the doctor's, most of the time was the doctor's notes.
Yeah.
Don't send anything else. Send just the clinical notes. Don't send any other things in their file. So it's mostly was just sending clinical notes. And some doctor's office was calling and asking for me and was saying, well, I need these patient records. I did send the records, but I'm only allowed to send the doctors and nurses notes.
Right. Right. And that's a covering yourself too. If you've got a scenario or, you just send in those clinical notes and there's none of the patient demographics, none of that identifiable protected health information, the PHI, then you're okay. If they couldn't guess who that patient is by what you sent them, you're okay. But it's once you send out that identifiable information like a birthday, a driver's license number, a social security number, a full name, a full address, anything like that, somebody could take that information and find out who that person is and figure out their medical record. That's when things get bad. That's when you
Yeah, because they only let you send their they like medical record number or something like that, and that's the only way they was identifying a patient by their medical record number.
Yeah, and that's good. That's a way to cover yourself, pretty much. But yeah, so that HIPAA exercise tomorrow, you've got your exam, and then that. But it shouldn't be too difficult. Google is your friend on that one. That it'll be really easy for y'all to find them 10 case studies, let's call them. And then just your exam for tomorrow, which is literally, like I said, 30 multiple choice questions. Let's see what we got. The rest of the week, we're going to be doing chapter 3. Fun. Beginning of next week, we're going to be chapter 4, and then you'll have an exam on chapters 3 and 4 together again. Okay. Friday, I will be at graduation in Lafayette, so I will only be available via text. Thursday afternoon. Okay. Number 1, Thursday is my birthday. So woohoo for me. Right. Thank you, Claire. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
So Thursday is your birthday?
Yeah, Thursday, June the 9th is my birthday.
Well, happy birthday. Tomorrow is my birthday.
Who's that?
Julia.
Tomorrow's your birthday?
Yes, June 8th.
And I'm June
Happy early
9th.
Tomorrow's my
birthday.
brother's birthday. Happy birthday.
Well,
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Julia. That's awesome. Couple of Geminis in here, y'all.
Yes, ma'am.
That's why we talk so much. There you go. Now y'all know.
You
Now
said
y'all
yours
So I
is
guess I'll
like-
see you at graduation. You can tell each other happy birthday.
Yes, I get to meet Julia Friday at graduation. She's going to come help us out. So I'm excited. I'm actually really excited about that, Julia. You're going to laugh because I bet the way you look tall. And I am the exact opposite of tall. I'm about as
Not
short
too
as they
tall.
get. I'm about as short as they get. But yeah, you'll text me when you get to the convention center. We'll be upstairs and I'll meet up with you at that point. And we'll go
Okay,
from
so
there.
I have to come at the 9 o'clock. Well, the 10 o'clock
Yeah,
one?
it's
Yeah.
not, I think 9:30, either
Yes,
9:30 or
for the
10.
rehearsal.
Right, for the rehearsal and setup, and then at 4:30 for the ceremony.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's gonna be a lot of fun. But okay, so Thursday being my birthday, I have a doctor's appointment at late that afternoon at like 3:30. Yeah, pray for me, y'all. I have a dermatologist appointment, and I'm going to have some spots next week. When I come back, I may have some burn marks on my face or something if they have to remove anything. But I've got some spots that I'm going to get checked out, see if they're cancerous or not. I have had skin cancer in the past. If there's ever a kind of cancer to get, the one that I've had is the one to get. It's called basal cell carcinoma. It's nothing real crazy. It generally never spreads beyond the skin as long as you get it taken care of in a timely fashion. I have been a freckle-faced little white person all my life. So I've always had sunburns and watched my skin really careful. So hopefully I'm catching this stuff in time that everything's gonna be fine. But just say a prayer that nothing's too crazy. Appreciate that.
Mhm.
But so late Thursday.
We will be praying for you.
Thank you, ma'am. So late Thursday, I'll be at the doctor's appointment. So text only then. After the doctor's appointment, I will be driving to Lafayette. If you need me late Thursday, call me. Okay. I'll answer you while I'm in the car. I can do that hands-free, but I can't text while I'm in the car. And it'll be about a 3.5 hour drive for me. So be about 3.5 hours where y'all are only going to be able to get me on the phone. So, and then Friday text only all day. And that should be about it. Ooh, you guys have a super long weekend coming up at the end of June. There is no class from June 22nd to June 24th, which is a Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Y'all been seeing this lovely little banner behind me about Unitech's 25th anniversary. That celebration is taking place on the 22nd through the 24th. And I will be out of town partying it up with the rest of Unitech. Unitech is completely shutting down for 3 days. You have no class, I have no work, and I'm just gonna go party with my people. So just enjoy that time off. Call it your summer vacay. But it'll be like a 5-day weekend for y'all where y'all have nothing to do. Nothing to do. For me anyway. So that'll be nice. And again, that's the end of this month from June 22nd to the 24th. But y'all know I'll put up a cute little flyer to remind y'all before then. Let's see, anything else important coming up? I think that's about it, guys. Y'all have anything else for me? Anything y'all have questions about? Aisha, you got somebody funny in your background. I love it. I love it. Okay. Well, guys, if y'all don't have nothing else for me, that's all I've got for you today. Again, reach out to me via text if y'all have any questions about the EHR exercises or the critical thinking exercises, the terms, anything. Y'all know I'm here. Tiara, I will send you that information in just a little bit via text. And all right, guys, well, y'all have a blessed rest of your evening and the rest of the week. And Julia, I'll be seeing you on Friday. All right, guys, y'all have a good one.
You too.
All righty. See you
Bye.
Friday, Brandy.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.